So in this video, we're going to be talking about my new challenge that I'm currently doing right now, taking $10,000 and flipping it all the way to $1 million using derivative trading. Okay, so derivative trading is a type of trading where you use leverage, futures, and you pretty much leverage that money to essentially make more money. So instead of the regular spot where you're essentially buying 1 to 1 with leverage, you could buy 1 to 10, 1 to 5, 1 to 30, 1 to 40. It really depends, and it's really up to you. Now, we're going to be talking about that in just a second. We're going to be talking about technical analysis, how you could do that using two things, support and resistance, which is simple, supply and demand. A lot of people think that you need a bunch of analysis and you need a bunch of technical indicators. You don't really. Can that be useful? It could be useful for the longer time frame, maybe sometimes even the shorter time frame. But if you're just a day trader, you could actually do that with supply and demand. So having a look at this account, you guys can see these are my position history. I started with $10,000. You guys can see this is my margin balance right here, 14,431. And you guys can see right here the P&L. Obviously, if we go to P&L, you could obviously what my P&L is, which is approximately $4,327. It's not updated. It's supposed to be 40%. I don't know why it says 31%, but pretty much you guys can see what today's P&L is. And you guys can see right here, I've been winning the past 5 trades. Now, obviously, we're going to end up losing at some point, right? We're going to end up losing big trades, small trades. It doesn't matter when, we're going to essentially end up losing. So the big question is, how do we do this? Well, if we have a look right here, this is very, very simple. I'm just going to give a simple trade using supply and demand. You guys can see right here that obviously crypto is obviously in a downtrend, except for Bitcoin. Altcoins have been in a downtrend. And you guys can see this is an example that I took on a trade. Not only did I take this trade earlier, you guys can see I closed at 874% profit, or sorry, $874 profit. If we have a look right here at my Twitter and we scroll down, I did say right here, targeting a paper short here, short with me here, boom. And you guys can see I did the stop loss and I did the take profit right here. Everything is pretty much said and done. And you guys can see a few minutes later or 2 hours later, I was up about 30%. And of course, this is with a 20x leverage. If this was a regular leverage or a regular 1-to-1, I would only be up like $2. So obviously that's not really good and it's not ideal. But going back into here right here, why did I take this trade using supply and demand? Well, we know, guys, obviously there's been some tariff news. Interest rates are still high. When interest rates are high, that's not really good. That means market is usually tend to go to the downside. There's not so much liquid flowing into the market, etc. But you guys can see we were pretty much trending above this line right here. We broke below it. And what happens when we break above a nice support region, resistance, it doesn't matter. We need to go back to the demand area. And this is the demand area right here. Now, like I said, guys, anything could happen. News could happen. Things could happen, hence why we have our stop loss right here sitting at 0.001298. Okay, so yes, I am 5 in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 5. I'm not saying that I will be 5 and 5, and I'm not saying I will be undefeated for the rest until I reach, the challenge. I'm not saying that's going to happen at all whatsoever. But of course, you need to take into precaution that there's going to be losses. And something that I forgot to mention is that if you guys do want to have access to all my trades live, not only can you follow me on Twitter, but if you essentially want my live step by step, exactly when I'm about to take the trade, all you have to do is sign up with BYDeFi down in the link below. Once you do that, you're going to essentially comment your UID. Once you comment your UID, I will essentially give you access to essentially all my trades. And you do the deposit $100. I forgot to mention that into BYDeFi, using the link in the description below. So you guys can see we came back up, reached the demand right here. And in my opinion, we're most likely going to have a bounce to the downside. Okay, the same way this is the demand area, which is a support region. You guys can see that every time we essentially came back to retest this area, we essentially went to the upside. I mean, we did this multiple times. So if you are a smart trader and we want to take small gains here, we're not here for the 40x or the 30x return. Okay, we're here, especially when you're taking trades using leverage, you want to take small profits. So you guys can see right here, assuming our trade right here is 3%. Okay, that's 3%, of course, on regular value, not with leverage, and you're playing with 20x leverage. So let's just do some calculation right here. 20x, of course, times 3.26. You're looking roughly at 65%. Now, of course, something I tell all my traders is that we're not here to essentially play with all of our account. So we're not going to essentially take the whole $10,000 and make 65% off the 10 grand. Of course, that would be massive. That would be $6,500. but we're not going to do that. You guys can see right here on my trade on PayPay, I still have $11,000 left. Okay, so this is a pretty good amount, right? If we have a look at the position, I'm down $6.50, nothing too crazy, but you guys can see that the position margin is actually 3.281. So you don't want to essentially take everything. You want to take maybe 20, 30%, and you don't want to be risking a lot. Okay, so depending on your leverage, depending on how much risk, how much money, how much your portfolio is, obviously, if your portfolio is $100,000, it's probably good to play with like maybe $5,000 in derivatives, and maybe another 5,000 for meme coins, and the rest should pretty much be for the long-term assets. But this is BYDeFi, guys. The exchange is pretty good. It's pretty cheap. 0.02% maker fee, 0.06% maker taker fee. The fees are pretty low. You guys can see MoonX on-chain is pretty much 0% fees. So if you guys are interested in memes, you guys can actually go ahead and do memes. And of course, something that I forgot to mention is that new users, okay? So if you are a new user and you join now, you could actually get a bonus of $8,100 right here using BYDeFi. Okay, so that is it. That's what's happening. You guys can see right here. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. We know Bitcoin is king. Bitcoin's the leader. Of course, I mean, there's literally no question about that. Something that I really want to talk about Bitcoin is, can Bitcoin be setting up for a massive short right here? I will be updating my Discord. I will be updating my traders. Whoever signs up with the link in the description below, I will be updating you guys. But you guys can see right here that pretty much Bitcoin is a regular head and shoulder. So we got the left shoulder right here, we got the head, and we got the right shoulder right here. Now, what can the target be for that? Well, if we take the top to the bottom and we put that right here at the breakout, we have an approximate breakout of $94,000. Okay, a breakout that would go all the way to $94,000, which meets this demand right here. Okay, so this is another support region right here. So this is where the demand is right now. Are we going to reach that? I don't know. We're going to have to see, obviously. We're going to have to see if this can actually play out. Now, we're not going to be taking the short right here. We're going to be taking the short maybe when we break out, maybe when we come back and retest, and then we could have a confirmation short. But as of right now, we need to wait for some news. It's very possible that this won't play out, and we're pretty much going to essentially keep on pumping. We're going to have to see. Obviously, there's a lot of news factors. A lot of things are happening worldwide right now that we're going to have to pretty much stay sidelined and be patient about it. But like I said, guys, if you guys are interested in trading my trades and you want to participate and you want to do this challenge with me, the link will be in the description below for BYDeFi. And if you guys do like these videos, don't forget to smash the subscribe button, leave a like, and I will see you guys in my next video.